Hey, it's Dusty Showers from Creatures Termite and Pest Control in Palm Harbor, Florida. And lately I've had people asking me about freezing bed bugs and whether or not it works. And I actually had somebody tell me that they have a solution to freeze bed bugs for almost zero cost. Not exactly zero cost, but close to it. If you call a professional pest control company, a bed bug job can easily be $1,000. It could even be $2,500. Bed bug jobs are incredibly expensive. This stuff here, air in a can, looking it up on Amazon, 4-pack, $16.14. There's 3 ways to deal with bed bugs. You can freeze them, you can turn up the heat and heat treatment them out, or you can treat them chemically. Here's the thing with freezing bed bugs. Companies can come out and they can treat your bed bugs by freezing them. The equipment is pretty expensive, so that means that the treatment is going to be expensive. But bed bugs need to be frozen for quite a period of time. And there's actually some debate on how long they can actually survive when frozen. But the idea that was suggested to me for almost nothing was using this, air in a can. So when you take this and you use it like this, you get air. When you take it and you turn it upside down, you get something that is most likely liquid nitrogen. It can freeze your skin, so you need to be incredibly careful. But the one thing that this does is it freezes, actually. So if that's your bed bug and you freeze that, that may or may not kill your bed bug. I would probably say I would say it's not an effective way of killing bed bugs because the bed bugs need to be frozen for a certain length of time, and they really need to be frozen, not just made cold or chilly. The other problem with using a product like this is it can be illegal to use this against the label. And it does say specifically, do not use it against its intended use. And pest control products are the same. So you don't want to just come up with some use for it that has nothing to do with its intended use. And the problem with doing that with this is it can cause frostbite. Like, this can seriously injure somebody if you're in front of that and you put that on your hand or your fingertips or anything like that. It can cause a burn, a freezer burn that can really cause some serious damage. Freezing it has no residual, so even if the freezing works, you still should follow it up with the chemical treatment, which is why we use Crossfire. You've probably seen it in some of my other videos. 100% effective, works every time we try it. Crossfire is 100% of the time. It's a safe product. Every time we try it, Crossfire works. This is the only product that we use for dealing with bed bugs. There's also heat treatments, and heat treatments are more effective than freezing treatments. However, you still have the same issue where you have no residual. So even after the freezing treatment, you still should follow up with something like Crossfire. Also, if the bed bugs are able to escape the heat under a floorboard or get into the wall or something like that, they might survive through the heat treatment. So since there's no residual, they're gonna come back and you're gonna have bed bugs again. However, if you use Crossfire, you can put this out. You can put it directly on the mattress, put it on the furniture, the walls, the floor. It's labeled for that. It says to put it directly on the mattress. There's no signal words on here like you find in other pesticides and household cleaners that say caution, danger, warning. There's none of that. This is an incredible product to use. Tempted to do something like a heat treatment or a freezing treatment, there's no residual, and the residual is incredibly important in case anything was missed. However, if you put this out, you don't need to worry about that. And this has an amazing thing called a transfer effect. So it doesn't kill them right away. They don't die immediately. But what they do is they walk through it, and that gives them the opportunity to go hang out with the rest of the bed bugs and hug them and high five and be like, hey man, I've been out eating blood all night. And then it passes it on to those bed bugs and those guys die. Now, the one thing though that can happen from Crossfire is you get almost 100% kill overnight, but not always. Some of them are gonna survive because they may not have been hit with it. So you need to give it a little bit of time. It's not unusual to see a few bed bugs a couple days later, maybe a couple days later, maybe even a month later. You still might see 1 or 2, but what happens if you have a population that might start at 1,000 and then you kill off 900 of them. And then you still have 100 left. And then over the next few days, 50 of those guys die. So you have a colony that's basically going through attrition. So they're dying down. You just have to give them enough time to die down. A lot of people want to reapply it because they might see one bed bug after a day or two or a month, but you don't need to do that if you follow the instructions. So it's not unusual to see a few more a few days later, but give it time and they will all die. I guarantee it. You might wonder why, if Crossfire works so well, why do pest control companies invest so much money on freezing equipment and heating equipment? Well, part of it is that bed bugs change. So they become resistant to so many pest products that are out there. And at the moment, they are not resistant to Crossfire. It can happen anytime. Here's the thing though, it can always change. Bed bugs have the ability to become resistant to pesticides. And right now, this is the #1 product that pest control companies are using. There's other products that are for sale for bed bugs, but this is the #1 product for killing them. But that can change. All it takes is a few resistant bed bugs to survive this, and then we're back to not having any product that's 100% effective. But for now, in September of 2019, Crossfire is what's working. We guarantee it as a company when we put it out, and that's why you should buy Crossfire. Here's a shot of what this will do. When I'm doing this, I tend to hold it like this, but you have to be careful because if too much of the, I'm guessing, liquid nitrogen comes out and hits your finger, it's gonna burn you. But you can spray it. It looks like it's wet, and then that freezes. I don't want to touch that. If I touch that, I'm gonna burn my finger. So even though it looks like it's fun to touch because it's wet, don't touch it. Right now, these are ice crystals that are formed on here. That's all gonna go away. Again, I know everyone on the internet is telling you to use boric acid, or they might have other products that they say professionals use. We have access to all of those products. And every time we go in to see our supplier, the one supplier that supplies all the pest control companies in Central Florida, I ask him what's the best bed bug product right now. And every single time he says Crossfire. There are other products that say they kill bed bugs, and I'm sure they kill bed bugs, but this is the best, it's the safest, it's the longest lasting. So if you want to do a treatment and freeze them, you can get this stuff. I got a link down below. It's great stuff. It freezes them for a literal fraction of the price of hiring a company to come in and do a freeze treatment. But then follow it up with Crossfire. This is a big bottle. You can also buy smaller bottles that will mix a gallon of solution. A gallon will probably take care of most problems. That's a small bottle. You'll see it on Amazon when you click the link below. But if you think you have a big problem or a commercial problem, like you have a motel or apartment building, this is the bottle that you want. We go through this pretty quick, and it's $300 and some. But again, $300 and some compared to a bed bug treatment is still a fraction of the price. Now, I know that you see a lot on the internet about people promising that they have the best product. What I can tell you is I own a company called Creatures Termite and Pest in Palm Harbor, Florida. You can look at my website. You can Google us. You can see our reviews on Google, on Angie's List, on Home Advisor, on Facebook, and you can see the kind of business that we do. We stand behind our products, that we have happy customers, that we don't have any negative reviews. And so as a company telling you that we don't have any negative reviews for the service that we provide is what we use to keep our customers happy. If you like my videos, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and hit that little bell on the side or the bottom so that you can be notified of me putting out new videos. Now, if you're looking to do it yourself and you have a question, I invite you to leave the comment below as opposed to calling me. We're a small company and we don't have a whole lot of resources to give advice. That's why we do the YouTube videos. If you're somebody looking in the Tampa Bay area to have it done, we'd be more than happy to come out and take care of it for you. But if you're looking to do it yourself, leave a comment below. Also, check out my other videos. We got lots of dog rescues, rattlesnakes, turtles, bats, bees, whatever you got. Life is interesting here in the Tampa Bay area. Thanks for watching my videos. Always be kind to pit bulls, possums, and you don't really have to be kind of bed bugs. They can go. Mixing instructions are real simple. I'll be sure to put it down in the comments below. Sit, possum, sit. Good possum.